Hello everyone and welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore. We are on Season 3 episode 43, and fun fact, today is the 6-month anniversary of the start of Minecraft Hardcore Season 3. That's right, on May 13th, 2020, I uploaded the first video in the series, and honestly, it does not feel like it's been half a year since I started this world and started making videos about it. And to think, half of that time, 3 of the months we have been playing in this world, or I have been playing in this world, was spent building the Sacred Isle, which is insane to think. But today is also Friday the 13th, and it's 2020, so lots of bad things could happen today. I am on my guard. I am not dying today. But yeah, with all that aside, if you missed last episode, I got this god apple and I did this to the ocean monument, which looks pretty cool. I still like it. I think this looks nice. We also covered it in string to make sure that when it snows here, there's no extra snow layers. But what I want to do today is I want to kind of finish up this island and make it look snowy and stuff. Although I'm really unsure as to if I like the diorite. Actually. And another thing, I was just gonna kind of have it really messy like this, but I've had a different idea. So, as for what I want this to look like and everything, like I just said, I originally wanted it kind of look like just kind of all over the place, but I'm thinking, what if we made it like a more gentle slope, if you know what I mean? So, like, what if we did it like this, like all the way along, and then we went one lower and one lower, all the way down like this, to kind of make it more of a steady kind of rise, if that makes sense. Like this, and then it comes up onto this, and then we'll have more layers here, and it'll come up like this. Kind of something like this to have it more of a, just kind of a steady slope upwards. But then we get to points like this where it gets really weird on how we would do it. So I'm not sure that this would really work in all areas. So I'm not sure that's really a good idea, but I'll leave it there for now, just kind of to show what I mean by that. And I guess we should just probably start work on this. I suppose the move is to make it symmetrical to this. Although I don't think I have enough dark prismarine for that, honestly. I'm thinking I actually make it one thinner, or I guess 2 blocks thinner. Like, instead of having the dark prismarine edges, we just make it grass, because I'm not sure I like the path being this long anyways. And then we don't have to worry about the dark prismarine. And then sometime later down the line, we can maybe add some sea lanterns, but I feel like it maybe does need a bit of dark prismarine in it, honestly. So maybe for the stairs, we make it dark prismarine, and then I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't like how it just cuts off the grass, I think. I think that's the issue, but I'm not sure how to solve that. I guess part of it will be covered up with snow, so maybe just if I kind of mix in the snow so it's covering up a bit of the path here and there, it'll look nicer. That's what I'm hoping on anyways, because it does not look good at the moment. It does not look good when it's just, like, goes straight to grass. So yeah, this looks okay. Yeah, I guess it looks kind of nice. Okay, no, it doesn't really look that good, honestly, but I hope it will look better once all the snow is in place and everything. I suppose I'm going to start here at the edge of the path, and I'm just going to kind of put some snow down, see what it's like. This kind of has a nice slope to it, and I'll add some more on the path now. Something like that, just for the edge of the path. Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't know if I like it or not. I don't think I do. Like, it looks good here, but for some reason, on this, it doesn't look quite as good. I suppose I should probably do the other side before deciding. I guess one annoying thing about it is in places like this, I won't actually be able to walk up unless I go, like, straight down the middle, but that's not the biggest concern to me, honestly. Another thing, under snow layers, grass turns to dirt. That's a huge issue. Like, I don't know why it's doing that, but that's a huge issue. Because that means along like, all of these, I'm gonna have to replace them with snow blocks. Because of... I don't want the dirt sticking out there. I'd rather it be snow. Let's see how it looks now. I just don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I like it. It kind of does look a little cool, I will admit, from a distance. But then once you're, like, up close, I just don't think it looks the best. It could definitely be better. I suppose we should probably wait to see if, like, how it looks when the rest of the snow along the edges is in place. Okay, so I've added some more snow in around the edge there, and I think it does kind of just look more natural now that I have that in place, I think. I'm still not sure how I like the diorite, honestly. By the time this episode ends, I'll probably have decided, but if you guys have any strong opinions on whether you like the diorite or not, I'll change it. Okay, so I've pretty much just about built up a good portion of the snow here. Hello, sir. You have nothing I want, so you're dead. Where's your second dude? Did it spawn under here? Okay, I'm not even gonna question how that happened. But yeah, let's see now how it looks. Okay. Okay, yeah. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure how I feel. I think it looks better. It definitely looks better like that. As to whether it looks good enough for my liking, I'm not sure. I'm still gonna need something to break up just the plain white snow texture, and I'm not sure if that's going to be diorite or not. Like, I just don't know how I feel about this. It looks kind of like dirty snow, so maybe somewhere else, if for some reason there'd be like a muddy area for some reason, I don't know, I could use the diorite as like that, but I'm not sure. I think for now I'm just gonna kind of carry on going in this direction and think along the way, I suppose, on how I'm gonna better break up the snow. Plus, if I do that, I'll have a bigger canvas to work with in terms of what I want to add to this island. So I guess I'm just gonna do that and start snowing up the area. Okay, wait a minute. Wait, why does it look better without a bunch of snow layers? Why does it look better with just this layer? Okay, you know what? I think for this next bit, I'm gonna not use as many snow layers as I have and just, like, make a few little slight differences. Like, I can do like this, maybe, but nothing too, like, drastic. Yeah, I kind of just like the clean slate better. I don't know. I'll work with it. I'll see what I like better. So after that last clip, I decided to do a live stream while I was building this up, or not really. I wasn't really building much. I was just covering the whole island in snow layers, or at least the left side. So I did a live stream of me just covering the left side, and I also got a second beacon in this live stream because I only had one because all of my beacons were used at the Sacred Isle. So I got a second one so I could have haste and jump boost at the Arctic Islands. So that's what happened between these two clips, but now let's get back to the regular video. And I think you can clearly see the progress made during this stream. I just put down the first basic layer, nothing else, just the first layer. So I'm going to do this second half in a minute here, but with the help of chat, I decided that it's going to be better if I don't use an assload of snow layers here, and I make it flatter. I'm still going to add in snow layers here and there. It's not going to be just like this, but it's not going to be like snow layers everywhere like it is over by the path. And then we can get on with the rest of the stuff I want to do in today's episode, like the rest of the designing of this island. I've had an idea. I think I mentioned this maybe, but like in one of the mountains back here, I want to have a frozen waterfall that goes into like a frozen river down to a pond that's also frozen around here, maybe. And I saw a comment on, I think it was the last video, someone suggested that we make the pond, instead of just ice, I make it like glass layers to give it like a fog effect. So I think that is a good idea. We'll have to see how it looks, of course. And he also suggested something else I do with the monument, which I suppose I can do now. He suggested that I put in, instead of just putting ice and snow over the monument, here and there I actually break some of the prismarine and put ice in there, like this, to kind of show that it's really been here a long time and the ice is starting to really affect it. I think this is a pretty good idea. I think it looks pretty good too. Maybe we even do it like here. Yeah. No, that doesn't look good. Okay, so I put in some like that. So let's see how this looks. Okay, it's not much of a noticeable difference, but you can see there are a few spots around the area that are completely replaced with ice. And I think it is. I think it does look quite nice. I even put some around the back wall here, as you can see. So just a little subtle difference that makes it look a little better. I might add more at some point, but I'm just gonna leave it how it is for now. But I think what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna turn on some music, crack down, and complete this last half of the island, and then we can get into designing it and adding more snow layers after that. As you can see, the island is now completely snowed over, and I got rid of all the messy snow along the edges of the path here. I left this little bit, though, just as a kind of marking so I can see, just like, I don't know why, actually. I felt like I should have a little bit of the old snow design here, but I don't know why, honestly. So I suppose next up is to start designing the island and making it look all nice and stuff. I'm gonna mark out where I want some of these ice crystals to go, so I guess like here could be one. And I just got a comment on the last video saying that, you know how I said in the last episode that I wanted to put things in here, like mobs in the ice? I got a comment saying I can give like zombies and stuff swords to make it look like they were warriors who came to defeat the ice dragon. And I think that's a really cool slight touch to the idea I had. However, I will have to tinker with the lore behind it a little bit, because the whole story is kind of that the ice dragon came here with, like, you know, there was the dragons that kind of destroyed everything. And so pretty much everyone died out during that period, except for people at, like, Farming Village and a couple other build projects I'm going to get into soon. So the dudes that'll be frozen here will be the people that were at this island when the ice dragon initially attacked, because they were probably here to, like, protect this temple or something for some reason. That's the only bit of the lore I need to flesh out. I need to actually kind of fully come up with what its significance was before the ice dragon came, like why it was here in the first place for the old civilization. It does remind me, though, like, seeing all of there's so many, like, comments just giving me ideas and, like, suggesting things for the build, and, like, seriously, thank you guys to everyone who's giving me suggestions, because it's really nice to, like, it still just kind of blows me away with, like, each new person I see commenting. I'm like, it's still weird to me that so many people, like, watch the videos. I don't know why. There have been plenty of other suggestions, like, having a boat, like, frozen in ice, and having, like, some sort of other dragon, like, swimming through the water. That was on a stream, someone suggested that. So if you guys have any ideas and suggestions for what I can do to make this build look even better, feel free to put them in the comments below, because I'm completely open to suggestions and ideas to make this project look even better. I've put in some of the ice crystals now, and I think it's pretty good. I might have to go back later and destroy some of them, depending on how bad it looks in, like, a high concentration of ice. Like, I might have put a little too much down. I've only just started, though, so I don't know for sure. And after I get all these ice crystals in, I can start putting in the snow layers and maybe some diorite. I haven't decided if I like it yet. But I'm honestly not sure how I'm going to design the island other than this and snow layers. Because as I've said, I decided to go for a cleaner, flatter look with some snow layers here and there, but just not as many as I was piling up over there. But apart from that, the island's going to look pretty plain. So I might do texture variation with the diorite. And I also kind of want to add some similar buildings around the island made of Prismarine 2 to kind of show that it's not just a single monument here, but it's also multiple smaller buildings. So I could probably also get to work with those buildings here in a few minutes too. Well, a few minutes for you guys, like a couple hours for me. And now, as you can see, all the ice crystals, spike thingies are built up. I also added in some snow layers to them as well to kind of bunch up around the crystals. As you can see, I just thought it would kind of make sense. But now I have to decide how I'm going to be doing the snow layers for the rest of the island. And I'm entirely unsure as to how I'm going to put in the snow layers and make it look nice, because I just haven't planned that far ahead, to be honest. So I guess I'm just gonna get a bunch of snow layers and start placing them down, experimenting with how it looks and stuff, and see if I can find something that I like. Actually, first, I want to add some prismarine lining around to where I want different buildings to be, I think. Maybe another smaller building here, then like a bigger building around the back, maybe another tower here, and then we can put one more building over here, I guess. Sure, why not? So, yeah, those are kind of where I want to just put some random buildings of prismarine that are going to be frozen over similarly to how the monument is. But I'm actually going to get to work with the snow layers, see if I can come up with something that looks kind of nice. So I've done a little bit of snowing up with the layers, and I think it looks okay. I think it looks good, kind of. I don't know. I think this is probably what I'm going to do, just along like the slopes, pile it up a bit, and then randomly just have a few kind of layers here. Pretty much exactly what I had around this area, except I'm just not putting as many layers, and it's only along the edges, really. I think that's the best way to make this look good without just having no snow layers at all. So I guess I'm gonna get to work doing this and snowing up everything. I'll be completely honest, I don't even remember where I left off because it's been a few days since... Not only since I've played in the world, but since I've actually recorded and made an update because I've been playing on the Boxscape SMP again. But I think I updated you guys just before I started on this side, I think. So now you can see I have built up the right side of the thing here. Built it up as in put all the snow layers in place for the whole island. I suppose first I'm going to bring up all of the mountains where they're going to be, and then I'll fix up the shape if I want them to be fixed. And then one of my friends who's in a VC with me pointed out that I should probably fix up some of the snow layers because it does look a little too man-made in some areas, too symmetrical, so I'll probably have to fix up some of that. But I'm going to get on with building some mountains. Not only have I moved up the mountains to the base of the mountains where I want them to be, and mine down where the original base was, but I also finally built up these last two mountains, and it is scary how perfect, like, from this angle, this looks perfect, like a perfect circle. I freestyled this. I didn't use any reference image with this circle. I just kind of did it on my own, which is cool. But then once you get above it, it doesn't look quite as circular. It looks more like an ellipse. Like an oval, it's almost ovalish, and then I built up this mountain that was missing between the two. So I suppose it's probably time that I build up the right side mountains. I'm not looking forward to that. It's hard to find the correct placement for these and the correct shape and the correct size to fit in properly. Because there has to be an even amount of mountains on both sides. There just has to be. Actually, no, I'm lazy. That can wait till after I finish the left mountains, right? Yeah, I'm lazy, so I'm not going to do it. But I did fix up the shape of this mountain to make it more circular because, you know, it was abysmal how it was before. So now that it's more circular, I guess the only thing to do is to, start work on the mountain, I guess. Sure, I could do something else, like, finish up the buildings here on the island, but that's not as fun. I really want to start work on at least one of these mountains, so I think I'm going to do that. See how this looks? Yeah, okay. That doesn't look... it doesn't actually... It looks too cone-shaped. I've never built something like this before. I don't know how to make this look good. On my last live stream, I did some testing around with this, and I couldn't make it look good either, and I thought if I fix the shape of the base, that might help, but no, it just still doesn't look good at all. So I think the next thing I'm going to try is I've marked out the top of where I think I want it to go beforehand, which is lower than it was before, and then I'm also going to try and round off the top more and not make it such like a jagged point, at least for this mountain, because I feel like with the size of how this one's supposed to be, it's just not. It's too tall and pointy for how wide it is at the bottom. Hopefully, now that I actually have the height determined beforehand, I can better pull this off. Okay, I mean, that looks somewhat better. I think this mountain in particular just isn't gonna look as good because I just don't have as much. It's not too big, and that's a very worrying issue for me. Like, actually, that kind of worries me. I guess I should probably put in some of these diagonal points before I decide, huh? No. No, I just don't like it. I don't like it. It's just not working. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. If I am approaching and I think it looks cool, then I'm keeping it. No. No. It looks god-awful. It looks awful. How am I gonna make this how am I gonna make this look right? The issue is, it's too small. So it's harder to make the curvature look nicer. And because of the small base, it seems too cone-like. It just doesn't look good. I think that's the issue. Like with something like this, I'll be able to make look better. Because it's bigger. I'll just be able to make it look better. I suppose what I could do is I could get rid of this mountain entirely and bring the island out further. And then only keep that mountain to the left of it. I mean, I suppose I could do that. Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll start working the framework, the skeleton of this mountain. I will see if it looks good. And if I'm running into the same issues, I won't tear down this mountain yet. But if I find that because of the scale, I'm better able to pull it off, I'll take down this mountain. I think that's the play here. How does this look? Okay. Okay. I don't immediately feel disgusted like with this one. I immediately felt disgusted, and that's not the case with this one. I kind of added this little flat-ish area where there could be some, like, a little grassy area. And I think I can make that even better if I do some more tinkering here. Even better as in bigger, to make it look potentially nicer. Okay, I'm liking this more. I'm liking the look of this one more. I'm not gonna get too hopeful, but I'm definitely liking this more. Oh, it looks cool from this angle too. It'll look cool if this whole mount... I'm getting it, man. I'm getting it. I can feel myself liking this more. This one is still a disgusting abomination. Okay, honestly, I'm having doubts again. It just isn't looking as good. I left for a while and I came back. It's not good. I don't think I like this. Which, I think the issue is the mountains themselves and not really how they're made. I think I'm going too small of a scale. And just a lone mountain doesn't look good. And sure, I'm gonna be connecting them together, but is it really gonna look good? I'm really having doubts. I'm having serious doubts about this looking good at all. Honestly, I am. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I don't think I like it at all. I thought it would look pretty cool at first, and then I took a break and I went to eat dinner and I came back and I'm just not feeling it, honestly. I'm just not. But like, I've been planning this for so long. I can't switch up the build idea like this. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm starting, now that I'm actually here and building and stuff, I'm starting to, like, the main doubt I'm having is if it'll look right having lone single mountains like this, just in a circle. And I don't think it will. The only option I can see other than just doing this is to expand the mountains out further into the ocean. And I don't think I want to do that. But the problem I'm seeing is the skyline looking weird with just lone mountains. I just am very doubtful as to if this is going to look as good as I hope it is because of just the skyline showing. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like if I want this to look proper and look correct, I need to continue the mountains further into the ocean. And that's something I don't want to do. Not only because that's a whole shitload of extra work, but I'd have to go higher to complete the skyline, meaning it would be very, very far out, and I feel like the mountains would, like, be too big for the rest of this build. Like, it'll outscale the monuments and stuff, which I do want the mountains to kind of be big, but, like, do I want them that big? Like, coming in here, this does not look good. It does not look good, I don't think. But I can't change the idea. I'm gonna have to do some hard tinkering with some mountains, I think. I'm, like, having a huge dilemma here live on camera, and you guys are just watching me have, like, an entire breakdown. I think I'll begin to finish this mountain up. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start work on this mountain, see how it looks once it's more finished, and hope it looks better than I think it will look. And then we can decide, or I can decide between episodes or something, how I'm going to do this mountain range. I think that's the play here. I've now built up a fourth-ish of the mountain, and obviously I haven't added stairs and slabs in. No, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I don't think it looks good. I'm not sure what to do, honestly, because I'm not liking this. Okay, let's see here. How's this looking now? It's fucking, oh god, Jesus. I don't know anymore. I don't know if it looks good. Yes, there is going to be coal and iron mixed in. Yes, there's going to be stairs and slabs. Yes, there's going to be andesite and stone blocks mixed in. But will that make big enough a difference to make this look good? And of course, we only have a fourth, but I'm not sure anymore how I feel. I think I really need your guys' opinion. I need your guys' opinion on if you think this will look good. Of course, it will have, as I said, just similar to the cliffs at the Sacred Isle, stairs, slabs, coal, iron ore, and then, of course, andesite mixed in. And maybe some leaves or little ice crystals. So, of course, it's going to look a lot better in the long run. But for now, I gotta end the episode because I need to know what you guys think of this. And I'm sorry if it has been short, but again, I have a long weekend ahead of me, and if I don't get this video out, like, tonight, I'm not gonna be able to get it out for days. So, thank you all for watching this episode of Minecraft Hardcore. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like to let me know, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from the series and content similar to this. See you guys next time.